Next at midday, a Heartland High School evacuated for a bomb threat. We'll tell you what we know. Plus, it's primary day. Candidates are casting their votes as they hope to get your vote too. And the latest as dozens of protesters are killed. We'll have a report from Gaza.
We're tracking warm and humid conditions the next couple of days, but we are also seeing some storms in the forecast. I'll have details coming up.
6 News live at midday is next.
From your home for news, this is WOWT 6 News Midday.
Good morning on your Tuesday. Thanks so much for joining us. I'm Collin Ruane. We begin with local breaking news out of Bellevue right now. Bellevue West High School has been evacuated for a reported bomb threat. Happened before 10 this morning. Details are pretty sketchy, though. Bellevue Public Schools tells us students and staff are safe as law enforcement sweeps the school. We do have a crew on the scene tracking the latest updates. Once we learn more information, we'll be sure to let you know on the 6 News app. Meantime, this election update today is primary day here in Nebraska. Incumbents are hoping to hold onto their seats as newcomers want to move forward toward November. Our crews were there as Representative Don Bacon and Governor Pete Ricketts cast their votes this morning. Both men are campaigning to secure another term in office. Bacon faces 2 challengers in the Democratic Party, while Ricketts, who you see right there, is campaigning against members of both parties. Bacon's 2 challengers are former Representative Brad Ashford, the other being Cara Eastman, you see there. If Ashford gets more votes than Eastman, it will turn into a rematch of the 2016 race. Meanwhile, Governor Ricketts faces 1 Republican challenger and 3 Democratic challengers. Polls close tonight at 8. We'll have full coverage throughout the day right here on 6 News. Developing right now, crews are working to get a pickup truck out of the water at ZORINSKY Lake in West Omaha. The boat ramp was shut down all night. You're looking at video from overnight as crews got ready to set up a barricade. Omaha police say divers were waiting to recover the truck until daylight hours for safety reasons. Police did confirm no one was hurt. We will continue to keep you updated on the situation and the ramp's reopening on air and on the 6 News app. A young man remembers his cousin who died in a motorcycle accident Friday as someone who loved to make others smile. 33-year-old Austin Mort was killed when his motorcycle collided with a car at 84th and Grover last week. Mort was taken to the hospital in critical condition, but later died. His cousin Colby Rawmaker tells 6 News he and his cousin were just together for Easter and says he's not sure how long it will take him to get closure.
A great kid. He always tried to put a smile on his face. If someone was down, he was there to pick them up.
Rawmaker says he hopes drivers will be more cautious of bikers. Mort leaves behind a 2-year-old son. The 4 passengers in the car that collided with Mort were not hurt. Citations are pending. Developing right now, Omaha police are still trying to figure out who shot 6 people at a party in North Omaha. It happened over the weekend near 32nd and Decatur. People who live nearby say this is not the first time violence broke out there. Teddy bears and flowers mark the spot where a murder took place just a few years ago. Now neighbors are concerned violence is breaking out again.
Oh, what can I say? When you hear gunshots coming, sounds like coming through your front door. Very worried. That was too close to home. And it's happened more than once. Enough is enough.
Police say nobody involved suffered life-threatening injuries. If you have any information on the shooting, you're asked to call Crime Stoppers. That number, as always, is 444-STOP. An Omaha man is set to be arraigned on drunk driving charges in what police say is his 10th drunk driving incident. Kayla Ahrens was on her way to a friend's house last month when she stopped at a red light. It was then when she said another car slammed right into her. That car was driven by 43-year-old Michael Allen Harris, according to authorities, who allegedly drove off after the incident. Police caught him shortly after, and he was arrested for a slew of charges, including driving under the influence and driving without a license. Right now, his bond is at $100,000. Harris is expected to go to trial. New details this midday in the case of a teenager found unconscious in a creek in Lincoln. Police say the student was dressed for an event at Parkview Christian High School when she was found. 2 men discovered the 16-year-old lying on her back in the water. At last check, the girl was in critical condition. The school's calendar lists senior graduation on the same night the teen was found. Police say they're investigating multiple scenarios and are pursuing all leads. Let's look now at the hour-by-hour forecast. We join meteorologist Brad Sugden. A little bit of a muggy feel to the air to start the day.
Yeah, there's some humidity out there. How it will impact your weekend coming up.
All right, Brad, thank you so much. Well, right now, the death toll has grown to 60 as violence continues near the Israeli-Gaza border. It marks the deadliest day there since 2014. It also came as the U.S. opened its first embassy in Jerusalem. It's a move that has led to widespread unrest. NBC's Richard Engel is on the front lines for us in Gaza. Just ahead, financial experts say we should all have an emergency savings account, but where you live determines how far your savings will stretch. Up next, the top 10 cities to build up your nest egg. You're watching 6 News live at midday. Welcome back. In your consumer coverage, your favorite Facebook app may be going away as the social media giant suspends about 200 apps over privacy concerns. Facebook's investigating how apps use data before a 2014 change to Facebook's platform policies. That change will cut down the amount of data apps can access. A Facebook executive says investigators combing through thousands of apps are targeting about 200 for further investigation into whether they misused any data. A new study sheds light on the states where women are earning less than men. According to Go Banking Rates, the gender wage gap still varies greatly from state to state. The gender pay gap ranges from $6,700 to $19,000. The states where women earn much less than men have a pay gap greater than $15,000. Among the states with the biggest gender pay gaps, it's Wyoming and Utah. North Dakota, Louisiana, and Washington round out the top 5. If you're building up your savings for those unexpected expenses, where you live matters. Bankrate.com just published its list of the top 10 places where you'll get the most out of your savings. Here's Mary Maloney with Consumer Watch. Taking a live look at 90th and Dodge this midday. A muggy one out there. Meteorologist Brad Sugden has a look at that. And later on this week in your hour-by-hour forecast. Next, you're watching 6 News live at midday.
Graduation parties, but you know, there's the farmers market. I'm sure I'm forgetting like 13
Plenty
things,
of stuff going on for sure.
Oh yeah, definitely.
All right, well, still ahead this midday, a former U.S. Senate leader gets a cancer diagnosis. Now he recovers, but first a look what you can expect from Mr. Food. Right now, new video shows the devastation in Washington state. Severe erosion has led to closed roads and heightened nerves. You're looking at the Kettle River in Ferry County, Washington. This video shows parts of the banks falling into the river. Even large trees appeared to drop as the land gave way. Deputies say about 4 miles of road had to be closed for that flooding. Former Democratic leader Harry Reid is recovering from surgery now for cancer. Surgeons at Johns Hopkins have removed a cancerous tumor from his pancreas. A statement from Reid's family says doctors found the tumor during a routine screening. The statement also says doctors are confident that the surgery was a success. The prognosis for recovery looks good. Reid is set to undergo chemotherapy next. He is 78 years old. And with a countdown on to the royal wedding this week, Mr. Food is getting us ready by showing us a royal recipe we can all enjoy. An update to our local breaking news. Students at Bellevue West High School are being allowed to go back into their school after a reported bomb threat. Still very few details at this time. The school was cleared just before 10 this morning, and law enforcement was called in to sweep the school. Once we learn more information, we'll be sure to let you know on the 6 News app. Well, summer movies usually make the most money, but it's a winter release that has been breaking records at the box office for most of this year. Black Panther is now the 3rd highest grossing film in history, and is now available for home watchers. Here's Dustin Dales with the video view. Talking some humidity and maybe some rain chances later this week.
Yeah, rain chances not coming in until Friday, so we have some summer-like conditions we get to next week. Another chances coming in Tuesday and Wednesday, so as we're all at school and work, who cares?
There you go. All right, we'll see you back tonight live at 5.
WOWT 6 News is everywhere. Watch every newscast streamed live on our website and mobile app.